Hi, I'm back in Abu Dhabi and about to fly Etihad again. One of the issues with Etihad is they've got quite a large fleet of smaller aircraft, A320s, which they use for some of their secondary European flights, Middle East and Asian flights. This is obviously a smaller aircraft, so the business class is a lot different. This is not the business class you see them advertise. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fly to Colombo, and it's on an A320 aircraft, experiencing their regional business class, and we'll see how this compares to their more flagship property that we see advertised all the time. Before that, better go and do some work and grab a coffee in the lounge. Work done, it's time to fly. Let's go and experience the A320 versions of Etihad's business class. Our aircraft was at a remote gate, so we had to bus it. Business class passengers got their own special bus. So far, so good. Cheers. As we took off, we got a good view of the much needed new airport terminal, which is currently under construction, as well as a little bit further on, Ferrari World. Business class on the Etihad A320 is laid out in a simple 2x2 configuration. There are 4 rows, giving 16 seats in total. The seats are wide and comfortable, but are nothing like the Etihad wide-bodied product. The seat controls are basic and easy to use. The amount of recline is good, and each seat has an adjustable footrest. There's a good amount of legroom, even with the seat in front reclined. The only storage space is the seat pocket in front of you, and that was reasonably tight. The seats have both power and USB ports, and there's an additional handy USB port in the TV screen. The tray table is sturdy and big enough to do some work. At the end of the flight, I was able to get a shot of the seat in full recline mode without any passengers in the cabin. Here it is, the glamour shot of the Etihad A320 business class seat. The Etihad crew on this flight were excellent. Service started with a drink and hot towel on boarding, and then a single malt and warm nuts from the bar after takeoff. Etihad's freestyle dining means you choose when you'd like to eat. For lunch, I started with the messe, followed by the chicken. Both were very good. The Etihad entertainment system was good without being excellent. The screen folds out from the armrest and is clear and bright. There is a reasonable amount of selections, and you can use the system with the remote or the touchscreen functionality. The route map was comprehensive, and there were 2 external cameras. The aircraft was Wi-Fi mobile enabled, but I didn't use it. Okay, we've arrived in Colombo, and Etihad really delivered in terms of service. I really like their in-flight service. We had 2 dedicated cabin crew for the small business class cabin. Their freestyle dining is great. However, the seats, these smaller aircraft, you can do it for 3 hours. That's fine. But they're flying these aircraft to some of the secondary cities in Europe. Venice comes to mind. Now, if you've travelled all the way from Australia, you've got fantastic product to Abu Dhabi, and then you've got this for the last 6-7 hours of your trip where you're already tired. I wouldn't want to do that, and especially if there is an Emirates 777 which is doing the same route. Now, Etihad is better, I think, than the Emirates 777 product on the Etihad 777 or the A330, but definitely not on the A320, this smaller aircraft. And to prove my point, really, as we taxied in, what do we see? A nice big Emirates 777 sitting there. So these are decisions you'd have to make. I don't know, everybody's different and your loyalty programs and stuff come into place. That said, if I had to choose between 3 airports, between Abu Dhabi, Dubai or Singapore, I would choose Singapore every single time. It's a much easier airport to travel through. But that was Etihad on the A320 or the A321. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please click on that little big thumbs up, subscribe and check out my other videos on the channel. There's lots of different airline reviews there. As always, happy travels. I'm heading for the